Good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, April 28th.
Now over to Amanda with some more announcements.
Thank you. The quote of the day today is, "A dream is only a dream until you decide to make it real," by Harry Styles. Lunch for today is chicken Alfredo with garlic knot or ham and cheese on a whole grain roll. Lunch for tomorrow is buffalo chicken bites with whole grain dinner roll or PB&J Uncrustable.
And now over to me, your weather guy, for your weather report.
Nope.
Welcome back, CV. My name is Devin, and I'm your weather guy for today. Currently, it is 62 degrees out. There's supposed to be a slight drizzle, although not really seeing anything right now. What did I tell you about moving? There you go. It gets warmer around 3 and 4. It's supposed to be 82. Oh, yeah, we have a high of 83 to get... Wait. Yeah, there's a high of 83 and a low of 56 today. Oh, right there. Okay. Yeah, and there's like no chance of rain. So yeah, that's all I have for today. So now for the headline news.
The U.S. and Iran and the tense encounters in the Persian Gulf. New video showing Iranian speedboats swarming U.S. Navy and Coast Guard ships. The U.S. Navy firing warning shots. Here's our chief global affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz, tonight.
It was pitch black in the Persian Gulf as the armed Iranian patrol boats sped towards the U.S. Navy and Coast Guard vessels, ignoring multiple verbal warnings and blaring horns. It was not until the Iranians got within 68 yards of the U.S. vessels that the U.S. fired warning shots. That streak of light you see, that the 3 Iranian boats finally turned around. This is the second time this month that the Iranians have swarmed U.S. vessels, the U.S. Navy saying the Iranians are conducting aggressive, unsafe, harassing maneuvers without due regard for the safety of other vessels as required by international law. These 2 encounters, the first time Iranian boats have harassed the U.S. in over a year.
There are hardliners who don't want the nuclear talks between the U.S. and Iran to succeed, so they're stepping up the pressure, trying to provoke a fight that will derail those talks.
And David, these aggressive and sudden encounters are exactly the kind that can lead to mistakes and escalation.
Attention class of 2021 graduates, as we approach commencement, there will be a number of tasks you will need to complete in order to make your commencement ceremony the best it could be. Check your class Schoology page for the links for the first 2 assignments. Let us know the name you would like us to use when you are announced / receive your diploma. If you do not complete this task, the name announced at graduation will be the first and last name listed in Sapphire. Contribute to the graduation slideshow. We need your photos. Use the Dropbox link in Schoology to submit your photos. Now over to viral video.
Bring me a dream, make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover, and tell him that his lonesome nights are.
And now, your viral video.
If you are a senior student athlete who has been recruited to commit your further academic and athletic careers on the college level, you are invited to participate in our spring commencement ceremony, which will take place on Wednesday, May 19th at 3:15 p.m. in the auditorium. Please contact the athletic department for more information on forms that must be turned in. The deadline is May 12th. Now over to Going Green.
Karis,
and Jenna,
and this is Going Green. Did you know that by taking the school bus, you're actually helping out the environment?
That's right. Public transportation is almost always better than individual transportation.
And what's even better is using a type of transportation that releases no emissions, like riding your bike or skateboarding.
Greenhouse gas emissions are extremely detrimental to the environment, and light railway systems use 62% less emissions.
Bus transit uses 33% less emissions.
So if you got to go further, use public transportation.
But one type of public transit that we do not recommend is planes.
With just one flight, 14% of emissions are used if you were to drive a car for a whole year.
That is a lot of emissions, and if you were to drive more than one person, you probably will save a little bit on gas, and you will also reduce your waste even more.
Which brings us to another topic. Once the pandemic is over and we are able to interact more with each other, we recommend carpooling.
If you need to drive to practice, pick up your friend on the way. Not only will you become better friends, but you'll also help out the environment. See you next week, Stevie.
At the end of the school year, the Technology Service Department is requiring all students K through 12 turn in their devices at the end of the school year. This includes all laptops, cases, and power supplies to all CVVA devices. All devices will be turned in at the high school. Details/instructions to follow, so stay tuned.
Are you a rising junior or senior who is knowledgeable and talented in STEM subjects and wants to share your interests with others? You might want to consider joining the 2021-2022 Conestoga Valley Science National Honor Society. CVSNHS will be accepting applications from rising juniors and seniors for admission in the 2021-2022 CVSNHS until midnight April 30th. Now over to CV Sports.
There's a home softball game against LS at 7.
There's an away boys baseball game against LS at 7.
Come out and support the Bucks.
Now over to sports highlights.
In this rivalry, and we are just about ready to go. The first meeting went to halftime tied at 7, and Luke Weirman wins the face-off for Maryland and into the stick of their goalie who scored last time out, Logan McNaney, with a 2-men-down goal. And now the clear for Maryland. Here's Long off a spin. Bubba Fairman denied. Strong defensive possession for Hopkins to open the ball game against this dynamic offense, and now Bernhardt buries the first one a minute and a half in.
Acting it in tight, giving up some shots, but Maryland's ball movement is sensational. And Bernhardt, we featured him in the open. This is about power and strength. Athleticism, instincts. This is just in a different galaxy. I mean, he leaves his man in the dust, deals with the double team, too.
Ball once again on the ground. Bernhardt goes to scoop it up. McManus helped dislodge it, it looked like, for Hopkins. Brown lets it fly and scores. Griffin Brown's 6th goal of the year. The transfer.
Metallica, AC/DC.
The tragically hip John Tillman mentioned to us. He's been sharing with McNaney as that one goes down for Wisnauskas. Man, Hopkins has spent a lot of time on the defensive end so far. We'll see how that ends up playing out later in the game, as there's another one.
That's all the announcements we have for you today.
On behalf of WCVH, I'm Tucker.
Alongside Emily.
And this is CV Today.
Have a whimsical
Wednesday. Boom.
Like it is. Wash away